All right, here we go. Okay, so it's the first day, the first lesson for the matrix unit. This is not too bad. It's pretty basics. Luckily, the matrix unit isn't bad overall. So it's actually a perfect time for us to go remote. Yay us, right? Probably not. You don't feel that way, but that's okay. We make the best out of what we can. Okay, the matrix dimensions are listed in a number of rows by the number of columns, usually written as a 2 number with an X forward by it. So if you're thinking like 2 by 4, 4 by 8, I said 2 by 4, those work construction or been around construction. 2 by 4s is a common phrase. 1 by 8. Basically what it says is you just do rows by the number of columns. So remember, rows are horizontal, columns are vertical. So this first one's going to be a 2 by 3. So let me go to draw. So we have 1, 2 rows, 1, 2, 3 columns. So it's going to be a 2 by 3, and that's how we write it. Okay, same thing with this one. Okay, it's one that looks a little bit weird. It's not. It's the same process, right? How many rows? We have 1, 2, 3. How many columns? Just 1. So it's just a 3 by 1. Okay, this one, go ahead. Try that one. Do it in your head real quick. Try to beat me. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 3 by 2. Hopefully you guys beat me on that one. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Okay, adding and subtracting matrices is the first operation we're going to be doing. We're going to do adding, subtracting, multiplying, and maybe another one. It's going to get a little weird, but it's okay. Just pay attention. It'll be fine. This is very, very easy. Okay, so all we're going to do here is adding and subtracting. To add and subtract the matrices, you must first ensure that the matrices have these same dimensions. Okay, highlight that, underline that, whatever you got to do to remember it. I'm going to highlight it with a little highlighter here. Okay, you will combine the corresponding entries using addition / subtraction. The dimensions of the solution will be the same as the dimensions of the matrices that you started with. Okay, so if I have a 2 by 2 and a 2 by 2, 2 by 2 plus a 2 by 2 is going to give me a 2 by 2, and we can do it because they're the same dimensions. Okay, now combine the corresponding entries. That's pretty straightforward. Okay, you just combine the corresponding. So if this is in the top left, you combine this with the other one that's at the top left. So what's 2 plus 1? Well, it's going to be 3. That's our first entry. That's, if you want to get technical, it's row 1, column 1. So look here. We put little 11 by that. What that means is row 1, column 1. Like this one would be 12, row 1, column 2. Okay, if you want to get super technical with it, but I wouldn't worry about that too much. Okay, all you need to know is you got to match up the corresponding entries. Okay, same thing here. We have the top right one. -1 plus 2 gives us +1. Okay, now down here, we have bottom left, we have 3 plus 4, which is 7. And finally, we have 0 minus 2. What's 0 minus 2? -2. 0 plus a -2 is the same thing as 0 minus 2. That's why I'm saying it like that. Okay, so it's going to be -2. So our entries are going to be, let me write this green here. I got to get used to the iPad touchscreen again. Well, didn't get the green, but I got the red. It's okay, Christmas colors. All right, so we have 3, 1, 7, -2. That is our new matrix we just made. That's just adding. Very straightforward. Okay, now subtracting gets a little weird. Okay, first thing you got to check is, can we do this? So do these two, I'm on this one right here. Do these two have the same dimensions? Well, let's see. This is a what? This is a 3 by 2, and this is also a 3 by 2. Okay, so we can do it. Check mark. Okay, same thing as addition. We're just going to now do subtraction. So remember, it gets a little weird with double negatives. Don't get confused by this. We have 2 minus a -1. Okay, 2 minus a -1 is going to turn into what? Well, 2 minus a negative makes a double negative, right? So 2 minus a -1. Both turn into plus signs, right? You change the signs, and then it's just going to be 2 plus 1. Remember, 2 negatives make a positive. Okay, so it's going to be 3. Okay, let's keep going down this column here. We have 5 minus 7. 5 minus 7 is going to be what? -2. -2 minus a -5. I'm gonna write these because we get these mixed up sometimes. -2 minus a -5 turns into -2 plus 5, which is trace 3. Okay, so our first column is going to be 3, -2, and 3. Our second column, because it's a 3 by 2, you have 2 columns of 3. -3 minus 2 is going to be -5. 4 minus 8 is going to be -4. 8 minus 6 is going to be 2. And there we have it. We have 3, -2, 3, -5, -4, and +2. So we're good there. We can do it. Okay, here's my answer. That's it. So when you do your homework, circle the number of problem you're on. So if this is 1, I would circle number 1. Here's my work, and here's my final. Now, I'm not showing a lot of work for these because it's kind of hard to. Yeah, you can do it in your head, but for the double negative ones, I would definitely show a little bit of work on. Okay. All right, which one should we do next? Let's do the bottom left one. Okay, this is a 2 by 3 minus a 2 by 3. Can we do it? We can. 2 by 3. All right, so we have a 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3. We can do it because it's the same dimensions. Okay, it's not illegal. If they were different dimensions, it'd be illegal. We'd be thrown in jail. Just kidding. Okay, so we're going to get a 2 by 3 resulting matrix. So let's go ahead and start subtracting the corresponding parts. So we have 6 minus 5, which is going to be 1. 5 minus 5, which is going to be 0. Top right, 3 minus 5 is going to be -2. Bottom left, we have 8 minus 4, which is going to be 4. 7 minus a -6. 2 negatives make a positive. 7 plus 6 is what? 13. All right, now we have 8 minus a -3. Let's try not to write this one out. Let's try this one in our head. Okay, we have 8 minus a -3. Well, that turns into 8 plus 3, which is 11. And that's all we're doing, guys. That's it. It's very it. Okay, I'll leave this last one for you guys to do, practice on. And let's go down to scalar multiplication. Okay, so scalar multiplication, a little bit different. Okay, we're going to multiply every entry by this number. Okay, the entire matrix. That means every entry, the entire matrix by that specific value. Okay, why do we call this a scalar? Remember, it's just a number. It's a number you're multiplying by. That's what we call a scalar. Okay, it's kind of like a coefficient, but not really. Okay, in matrices, we call them scalars. All right, so we're going to multiply every entry by that scalar. So we have, in this top left, we have 2 times 3, which is going to be 6. It doesn't change the matrix size at all. 2 times -2, which is going to be -4. 2 times 1, which is 2. 2 times 5, which is 10. 2 times 2, which is 4. 2 times 0, which is going to be 0. So the resulting matrix is 6, -4, 2, 10, 4, comma, or not comma, just 4, 0. Pretty simple. Okay, a little bit bigger one. Next one. Okay, we have -7 out front. Okay, so we know double negatives are going to come into play at some point here. So let's do this. We have -7 times 2, which is going to be -14. -7 times 3, which is going to be -21. Okay, -7 times -2, it's going to be +14. Okay, so top row, we have -14, -21, and +14. Okay, next we have -7 times -7 makes positive. We have +49. Okay, -7 times 5, which is -35. -7 times 7, we should know this one from last semester, -49. Gotta know that one. Okay, 49. Okay, -7 times -2 is a +14 again. -7 times -5 is +35. -7 times times +6 is -42. And there we go, guys. That's it. -14, -21, 14, top row. Middle row is 49, -39, -49. Bottom row is 14, 35, -42. Okay. Okay, scalar multiplication equations. When two matrices are written as equal, corresponding entries can be set equal to one another and allow you to solve for any indicated value. or variable. Okay, so we're going to be doing here is we have a little bit of equation, but we have these variables inside. What we do, like if this is a 2 by 2, we have 4 entries in this one, 4 entries in that one, should line up. Okay, you set each corresponding value equal to itself. So for example, we have the top left is going to be equal to the top left on the other one, on the other side of the equal sign. Top right equal to top right. Bottom left is going to be equal to bottom left. See how I'm doing this? It's pretty simple. Bottom right is going to be equal to the bottom right entry. So that's all we have to do regarding solving these variables. So watch how easy this is. So once again, like I said, I'm going to set the 2 top left entries equal to each other to find automatically what A is. A equals 4. Okay, B is going to equal -7. Now here we go. We got to do a little bit of work on this one. 2C equals 8. Solve for C. We got to divide by 2 on both sides. We get C equals 4. Okay, so these you do need to show a little bit of work. Okay, last one, we get the yellow, the bottom right. D plus 4 equals 6. Well, subtract 4 from both sides. We get D equals 2. Now in your homework, make sure to circle these so I know that you understand how to do this. Okay, circle your equations. A is 4, B is -7, C is 4, and D is 2. Okay, the right one. Last one, then we'll be done for today. Okay, A equals -5 right away. No work needed. 4 equals B, or I'm gonna keep variables on the left. B equals 4. Okay, C minus 2 equals 3. So here we go. C minus 2 equals 3. Add 2 to both sides. We get C equals 5. Okay, 8 equals 4D, or 4D equals 8. Either way you want to do it. Remember, you can flip an equation around because the equal sign. Divide by 4 on each sides. D equals what? 2. Circle your answer. All right, guys. So A equals -5, B equals 4, C equals 5, and D equals 2. And that's it. It's the first lesson. We're actually going to spend 2 days on this, so should be fun. Remember, your homework is in the e-packet. Okay, I'll also post it again on your homework folder to give you a chance to submit it. And remember, you should be watching this before the class starts or right when this class starts. This doesn't take all hour. Okay, it doesn't take 50 minutes to record these videos. So what I'm doing, I'm literally just sitting here on the Zoom waiting for you guys to join. Ask me questions. I'm on the Zoom for you guys. I'm here for you to use. Please use me. Because once we get back full in person, full go again, I'm going to hit the ground running like I talked about on the first day, which was yesterday. All right, I'm in the Zoom waiting for you. Come on, ask questions. See you guys.